Here we have two different compounds. As you see, they are absolutely different. They have different properties because they contain different elements. But both of them contain copper and sulfur. What is the difference between them? First compound contains copper and sulfur just. Second compound contains copper, sulfur, and oxygen. How to name ionic compounds? Ionic compounds are compounds that contain metal and non-metals. First of all, we should write the name of the metal element and then write the name of the non-metal element. Non-metal. We should add IDE. For example, copper plus sulfur. How to name it? Copper is metal. According to the rules, we should write first of all metal's name without any changings. Copper, and then we should write non-metal's name by adding IDE. Copper sulfide. How to name compounds that contain metal, non-metal, and oxygen. First of all, we will write metal's name and then non-metal's name by adding ATE. For example, copper, sulfur, and oxygen. First of all, we will write metal's name. Here, metal is copper and non-metal is sulfur. Ending will be ATE. Sulfate. Copper sulfate. Here some examples. First example, calcium, fluorine, and oxygen. Here, metal is calcium, non-metal fluorine, and here we have oxygen. Then, ending will be ate. Fluorate. Compound's name is copper sulfide. It means it contains copper and sulfur. Here we have sodium and chlorine. Sodium is metal, that's why we will write it first. Sodium chloride. Potassium bromate. Ending is ate. It means it contains oxygen. Here we have potassium, bromine, and oxygen. Magnesium and oxygen. Here we have oxygen, but there is no another non-metal. That's why ending will be IDE. Magnesium oxide, not oxide. Zinc iodide. Here we have zinc and iodine. Lithium, sulfur, and oxygen. Metal is lithium and it contains oxygen, that's why ending will be sulfate. Chromium phosphate. Ending is ate. It means it contains chromium, phosphorus, and oxygen. How to name compounds of nonmetals? For compounds of nonmetals, we will add these prefixes. 1. Mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa, nona, deca. Here we have some compounds. Here, 1 carbon and 1 oxygen. How to name them? Okay, rules for naming nonmetal compounds. According to the number of atoms, we will name them by using that prefixes. For example, here 1 carbon and 1 oxygen. We will name it carbon monoxide. Why mono? Because mono means 1. And here we have 1 oxygen. Here we have 1 carbon, but we will not add mono to the first element. Here we have nitrogen, 1 nitrogen and 2 oxygens. How to name it? It will be, first of all, we will write nitrogen and dioxide. D means 2, that's why dioxide. 1 nitrogen and 3 oxygens. It will be nitrogen trioxide. Here are some examples for nonmetal elements. First of all, 1 carbon and 2 oxygens. It will be carbon dioxide because D means 2. Name of compound is carbon monoxide, and then elements will be carbon on 1 carbon and 1 oxygen. Elements are 1 sulfur and 3 oxygens. Name of the compound will be sulfur trioxide. Name of the compound is diphosphorus and pentoxide. D means 2 phosphors, and penta means 5 oxygens. 4 carbon and 5 oxygens. 4 will be tetracarbon, pentaoxide. Penta means 5. Compound is dinitrogen tetrasulfide. D means 2 nitrogens and 4 sulfurs. 2 hydrogen and 2 oxygens will be dihydrogen dioxide. Last example is tetrasulfur heptoxide. Write answer to the comments.